Hi, my dear students. Welcome to Taxonomy second session.
Now, all of you just listen to the slide which shows classification of plants and classification of animals. After that, we will have a brief discussion on that. Okay?
In our last session, we have discussed the taxonomic hierarchy with the arrangement of taxa from species to kingdom. Now, have a look on the kingdom Plantae. The two subkingdoms are Cryptogamy and Phanerogamy, and the divisions are Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, and the Spermatophyta with Gymnospermae and Angiospermae. In the kingdom Animalia, there are phyla in place of divisions. The phyla are arranged here from Porifera to Chordata. The most advanced one is Chordata, and the first phylum is phylum Porifera.
So, dear students, you have already seen how are plants classified into different divisions or groups. Okay, you have studied kingdom as the top rank. The next lower rank is division. Okay, so which are the divisions of plants you have seen, and which are the for division among animals we call phyla. Which are the phyla of animals you have seen? The major divisions, major phyla. Okay, let me add something on that. See, kingdom Plantae, these two are subkingdoms. Cryptogamy, Phanerogamy is divided to, this Plantae is divided to two subkingdoms. I told you there are other levels in between. This subkingdom is one level in between kingdom and division. Okay, so the Cryptogamy and Phanerogamy. What do you mean by that? The Cryptogamy include non-flowering plants. These plants are not producing any seeds and flowers and seeds. These Cryptogamy are the primitive plant groups. They don't produce what seeds. Whereas Phanerogamy include seed-bearing plants. They are flowering plants which produce seeds. That's the main difference. Okay, Cryptogamy and Phanerogamy. Cryptogamy, non-flowering, seedless plants. Flowering, seed-bearing plants are under Phanerogamy. Okay, then here Cryptogamy is again further divided to the divisions like Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. These are the three divisions under Cryptogamy. Thallophyta, which are the members? Algae. Earlier, fungi also were placed under that. Now, fungi has separated to another kingdom. So, Thallophyta include algae. Thallus, plant body is a thallus. No root, no stem, no leaf. Okay, we will study in detail later. Here, the next group, Bryophyta, includes what? Mosses. Okay, you know algae, when we move, after a rain or like when we move on to the road or near the concrete area, you become slippery due to algae. Then mosses, you are familiar, the next group, Bryophyta, you are familiar. That means near the, on the wall, fencing region and all, you can see some small plants attached and it's forming a mat-like structure. That are mosses. Okay, some mosses, okay, even maybe a little bit higher. Some are aquatic also. Then Pteridophyta, again the next group, you are again familiar. You know the plant which you stick on the body as tattoo, silver fern. Okay, such kind of ferns, little more higher group of plants come under Pteridophyta. Ferns we usually call them. Okay, so anyway, Cryptogamy consists of three divisions: Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. They include algae, mosses and ferns respectively. Okay. Then study from here itself all terms. You have already learned it. Phanerogamy, seed-bearing plants or seed-producing plants. Spermatophyta. Spermato means, sperma means seeds. This one produce only spores, but these are producing seeds. These are spore producing, these are seed producing. Okay, Spermatophyta include two divisions, Gymnospermae and Angiospermae. Gymnospermae are not truly flowering plants. They produce cones, not flowers. They are seed-bearing plants. Gymnospermae having naked seeds. They are not having any covering on the seed. We will discuss it in detail. Spermatophyta is a group. Another name, okay, Phanerogamy, another name, Spermatophyta. They are seed-bearing. Okay, among that, Angiospermae are truly flower-producing plants. Both are seed-bearing plants. This produce naked seeds, whereas this produce covered seeds with a seed coat. Okay, anyway, Gymnospermae, Angiospermae are the two divisions under this group. Okay, total how many divisions for Plantae? Plantae has Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnospermae and Angiospermae. 5 divisions. Okay, then come to the animal side. Kingdom Animalia. Based on number of similarities and dissimilarities, there are many phyla introduced. Okay, in your previous class, you have learned 9 phyla. That only I have recorded here, noted here. But in plus 1, you are going to study 11 phyla. Okay, 2 more additional. Little details extra. So, which are the phyla? This phyla are written here from 1 to 9 in the order of complexity. This is simple phyla, then this is the most advanced phyla. Okay, we come under chordata. So, the first group, you try to collect example, 1 example each for every phylum for next class. Okay, it's easy for you because you have learned it. So, here, the first phylum under Kingdom Animalia is Porifera, sponges. Okay, full all over the body, so many pores and spongy appearance. Porifera. Okay, the first phylum. Next phylum, Cnidarians. Another name, Coelenterata. Cylindrical body with the tentacles. Cnidaria. Cnidoblast are there, stinging. Okay, poisonous stinging cells are there. Okay, anyway, the second phylum, Cnidaria. And there is one more phylum in your plus 1 textbook, Ctenophora. In between these two, there is Ctenophora. Okay, some comb jellies are placed under that. That also have tentacles. Okay, then Platyhelminthes. Here the third phylum, Platyhelminthes means flat worms. Okay, tapeworm, that all things, flat worms inhabiting our body. Then Aschelminthes or Nematoda, Nemathelminthes, another name. Okay, that include round worms, flatworms, roundworms. The next group, Annelida. Okay, phylum Annelida. That means segmented organisms with segmented body. Earthworms like, okay, examples I am giving you. So, okay, the examples you collected. Okay. Anyway, Annelida is the next group, consists of organisms, animals with segmented body. Annelids are placed under that. Arthropoda. What is special about Arthropoda? The largest phylum. The phylum with maximum number of individuals is what? Arthropoda. Okay. Our insects, crabs, prawns, all these are coming under Arthropoda. Okay. Then next group, the second largest phylum is Mollusca. Okay. Mollusk. You know, our shellfishes. Okay. Familiar. That are coming under oysters. So coming under what? Mollusca. Pearl oyster, you are familiar. So mollusca is the second largest phylum. The first largest phylum is Arthropoda. The second largest phylum is Mollusca. Okay. Then the next group, Echinodermata. Echinoderma means then all over the skin. Dermata. On derma, on skin they have spiny projections, spines. Echino means Echinodermata. You are familiar. One beautiful example. You are familiar. You write it for the next class. Okay. So Echinodermata is the next group, next phylum. And there is one more phylum you are going to study under plus 1 in between these two. That is Hemichordata. Phylum Hemichordata. They are not truly chordates. We will discuss it later. Okay. Assyrian, some groups are coming under that. So Echinodermata followed by Hemichordata, and the last phylum, what? Chordata. Phylum Chordata. Human beings are placed under phylum Chordata. Okay, you know which are the different classes under phylum Chordata? Tell me, we belong to which class? Class Mammalia. We are under phylum Chordata. Okay, phylum Chordata number of groups. Okay, that means the Chordata only consists of fishes and a human being. Fishes and human beings similarities. That means there are similarities. Based on that, I mean they have a vertebral column. That's the main feature. The cord is present. Anyway, there are some fundamental similarities. Based on that, the phylum Chordata are formed. Anyway, these members are placed under 7 classes. Okay, starting from fishes to the mammals. Fishes to mammals. Fishes themselves have 2 groups. You know that? Bony fishes, cartilaginous fishes. Okay, I'll just simply give the name and you are going to study it. Okay, so chondrichthyes. Chondrichthyes mean cartilaginous fishes. Osteichthyes means bony fishes. So anyway, the 7 classes under Chordata we will discuss in detail in our +1 syllabus. Now you just familiarize that human belongs to class Mammalia of Chordata. From fishes to mammals, organisms are placed under Chordata with some common features. Okay, there are 7 major classes. Okay, chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, amphibians, reptiles. Okay, then aves, birds, mammals, like features are there. Classes are there. We will discuss it later.
The most advanced phylum, phylum Chordata of kingdom Animalia. The 7 classes. First one, class Cyclostomata, includes jaw-less fishes. Example, Petromycin. The next class, chondrichthyes, include cartilaginous fishes. Examples are shark, ray fishes, etc. And the third class is osteichthyes, which include bony fishes. Okay, sardine, mackerel, etc. are examples. And the fourth class, class Amphibia, include organisms which live in water and land, include frogs, salamanders, toads, etc. Reptilia, the next class, include reptiles, the snakes, lizards, crocodiles, like. And the class Aves include birds with characteristic features like pneumatic bones. Okay, they can fly. Then class Mammalia are the advanced ones, which include humans, cows, etc., which are having mammary glands.
So by this topics, today I am winding up. Okay, thank you.